gently walk up to him, being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to bother. Because I know celebrities are on time. I know celebrities got shit to do. I understand that. Tell me why Anthony Mackie did this. No. No. To my face. No. And then just went back to what he was doing, having me standing there.
Okay, let me give you my 2 cents about this, since you all know that I am a film critic and an entertainment journalist. You've seen my video interviews with celebrities, and I've been in this business for more than a decade. So yeah, I've met a lot of Hollywood stars and celebrities over the years on the red carpet, at press junkets, Zoom interviews, you name it. And I've met Anthony Mackie a couple of times. The first one was I interviewed him for Man on a Ledge. It was a press junket. And the other time was I met him at an event for Real Steel. It was some party for Real Steel. Remember that movie with Hugh Jackman? Both times Anthony Mackie was friendly. He was nice. Now, this lady that went viral at the gas station, and Anthony Mackie went to her going like, no, no. It's funny. But, you know, this is not the first time, by the way. There's another fan also, and you can look it up, that experienced the same rudeness from Anthony Mackie. So my 2 cents about that is, guys, celebrities, and I tell this to people all the time, celebrities are not required to be nice to us peasants. They're not. I know that there's a sense of entitlement with us, the fans. Sometimes we think like, hey, you know, I paid tickets to see your concert. I paid tickets to see your movies. You know, I paid, you know, it's my money that made you rich. You know, it's my money that kept you rich. You know, so you owe me your time. You owe me, you know, a few minutes to at least say, be nice to me. Say, you know, I get that. So there's that sense of entitlement with us, the fans, and we sometimes forget, and that entitlement blinds us, or it makes us forget the fact that celebrities are human beings like you and me. Sure, they got millions of dollars in their bank account. So that's the big difference. But they're human beings with emotions. They're human beings like you and me, who at times we don't feel like we don't want to be close to anybody. Sometimes we feel like, oh, you know what? I feel outgoing. I want to go, you know, mingle. And sometimes we don't feel like it. Sometimes we just want to be left alone. The same with them. Sometimes they want to be left alone as well. You know, sometimes they just want to go about their day, any day of the week. So we forget that sometimes, you know, because we see them and we're like, we're entitled to their time. We're entitled to their moment. But in that lady's defense at the gas station, in her defense, I get it though, because an argument could be made, hey, Rama, maybe Anthony Mackie was just nice to you because you were there to interview him. You were there in a professional setting as a celeb interviewer relationship, not a celeb fan relationship. That argument is valid, right? So maybe if I was, you know, some Joe Schmo, you know, seeing Anthony Mackie on the side of the road, maybe he would be rude to me too. Who knows? So that argument is valid, and I get that, because in that lady's defense, she doesn't have my or she doesn't do what I do for a living. She doesn't do you know, this kind of stuff, interviewing celebrities. So, and most of you don't, right? Most of you are never in my position. So when you see a celebrity, you know, randomly at a gas station, you're like, oh my God, I'm a big fan of his. And so I get that. I get that. Maybe it's not entitlement. Maybe you're like, it's that sense of wonder, you know, like, oh my, because you've never met one. You've never met a celebrity. It's like a unicorn. Whereas me, you know, it's like, it's another day. It's a Tuesday thing. So I get that. So in that lady's defense, I totally understand why it can be disappointing when you rarely meet a celebrity and you meet one and that celebrity doesn't reciprocate. There you go. So I get that. So that's the defense I would give her and all y'all out there who may empathize with her on that. So yeah, I totally get that. Which leads me to my next point. If you are celebrities, I'm talking I'm talking as if celebrities watch my TikTok videos. But anyway, I'm just hypothetically, if you are watching, if you are a celebrity out there, um, there is or there could have been a different way of approaching that lady at the gas station, right? Anthony Mackie could have approached that situation differently, because if you are a celebrity, you don't want to create a Jennifer Lopez situation. And I'm using J-Lo as an example because J-Lo has made for herself this awful reputation where she has been known to be rude to even her own fans all the time. Nobody has any good encounter with J-Lo, and you don't want to create that impression. You don't want to leave that impression on people that you have that, this diva, this elite. So maybe Anthony Mackie and others, if you don't feel like you want to take a selfie, or you don't feel like you want to give an autograph, or you feel like you just want to be left alone, you could have just said, for example, thank you, but I'm sorry, lady. I'm in a hurry. I just want to get on about my business. I just, I don't feel like it today. I'm just not in the mood at the moment. Is it okay? Is it okay if I say no? Please don't be angry. Please don't be upset. I just don't feel like it today. And I'm sure she and others would understand it if you had said something along those lines, Anthony Mackie, or any of you celebrities out there. So that could have been one way of approaching it, as opposed to no, no, no. Because the no makes you come off very jerkish and elitist. Like, I'm above you, So you don't want to give that impression. You don't want to be the next J-Lo. Last but not least, people always ask me, Rama, of all the celebrities, of all the Hollywood stars that you've met, which ones are nice and which ones are rude? The rude one, number one, James Franco. James Franco was rude as hell. He was not nice. I met him twice at the once at the press junket for Oz the Great Powerful. Remember that? That's a crappy movie, by the way. And he was not. I met him and shook hands, but he was just like very dismissive. The second time was on the red carpet for one of the movies that he directed, and he was also very rude in that one. He did not care for any of us press that were waiting on him the whole time, and he was just so awful. So I never cared for James Franco. Not a cool dude. The nicest celebrity I've met, and there's a lot of nice celebrities I've met. So many nice ones. Billy Bob Thornton was nice. Dwayne Johnson was nice. Who else? Hugh Jackman was nice. Very friendly. I've interviewed him as well. So many. So there are many. But number one, the nicest one is Tom Hanks. I met him at the press junket for his movie Larry Crown that he directed a decade ago, and he commented on my Superman shirt. We shook hands, and he's just like, oh, I told him, big fan, So, Tom Hanks, people always wonder, is he really as nice as the nice guys he plays on the screen or in the movies? Yes, I'm here to tell you, yes. I know there's that viral video where he was angry at the fans that were, bumping into his wife on the road. But he was right to be angry. He was defending his wife. I would be angry too if I was in his position. You don't mess with somebody's woman. She could have been hurt. She could have fallen and it would have been bad. But generally, Tom Hanks is nice, and I've met him, and yeah, so that's the number one. So yeah, bottom line is celebrities are not required to be nice to us peasants. Okay, I repeat that. Celebrities are not required to be nice to us peasants. They're not. They're not required. At the same time, celebrities could have handled fan encounter much better than Anthony Mackie does. Okay, so that's the argument I can give for both sides. So yeah, it's nice to see a Hollywood star. I get it, especially if their movies have moved you, if their movies have positively impacted your life. I totally get it. I'm a fan too. I still am. Will always be.